Excuse my mess, guys. I've been working on my bike. I decided to take down my light cycle and redo the frame and repaint it. I just was tired of being so heavy. I had so many fun lights and crazy things on it for bike party that it actually was in excess of 60 pounds, and that's really ridiculous to haul around with you everywhere. So I want to return it back to being a light cycle. So it's going on a diet and just becoming more streamlined. The last bit I'm doing is just repainting the top of the bike rack. This is the old mountain bike rack that I've had pretty much since the bike was new. Oh, hello little guy. What are you doing? Putting little footprints in my primer. So here's the light cycle parts. Everything blown apart. I'm going to keep the Revo lights because I just love them, and that's very Tron-like, you know. So I'm going to keep those. But I'm losing the nose cone, the stereo, the panniers. I'm cutting about 30 pounds off of the bike. I had 2 lithium 12 volts. It was just getting ridiculous. I pulled my Chris King headset out and it feels a little gritty. So I'm going to send it in for service because it's been a decade of constant use. The fork painted with gloss black single stage urethane. The advantage of a single stage urethane is that you can sand it with 2000 and then buff it, turn into a mirror finish. I put 3 cans on the whole thing, the frame, the yeah, it looks good. The quill, the frame, and the fork. 3 cans. This is the paint I used for the light cycles repaint on the frame. Is this Trim Black Ultra. It's a gloss black urethane in an aerosol can from SEM. And I used a gray primer surfacer from Smart, which is, if you notice the size of the can and the fact the nozzle, it's made by SEM. So it's the same as their stuff. It's just a different label basically over it. So 1 can of primer did everything, and 3 cans of this did the frame, fork, and quill. So here's the light cycle frame after I color sanded it and hand rubbed it so that it's nice and glossy now. And then I added some reflective blue highlights. This should really pop at night. It'll look like it's electric and glowing with energy up on it. So here's a car coming across it at night. That'll be great. Hand rubbing, you just take a little compound and you take a microfiber and you move it really fast, back and forth, just like a buffer would be doing if you had a machine buffer. Push hard. Back and forth, and then switch to a clean microfiber, buff off the compound. You just keep doing that until it smooths it out. And for the forks, I just I put a little strip of blue on the front so that when cars approach it, it'll kind of glow blue on the forks. But the rest is just color sanded urethane.